my little brother Kony Brooks. He has worked his ass off to get to this point right now. And all of us in this building want to see him win.
How to strategize, you know what I'm saying, and getting seen. And we developed some partnerships where they'll be doing some work with me. So, yeah, I definitely took even a different approach to how I do promo runs.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? I usually just put it on Facebook and hope people listen.
Yeah, don't do that.
I need to come outside. Please don't. I don't want to get smacked.
Because I've been having like a few people lately, they've been tagging me and I'm like, do you?
That's not how it works. Wait, no. Okay, wait.
I'm like, but not even that. Do you only? Yeah, I know you don't work like that. But okay. I'm just saying, like, it's good that you're doing that though. You know? Are you ready? I know you've been ready, but are you can you honestly sit down and say, you're calling yourself the King of New York. Are you ready for the competition, the backlashes? Because there's a lot of motherfuckers, right now, there's a lot of motherfuckers coming up in New York.
Yeah.
And a lot of people want that title. So are you ready for it?
I'm prepared.
Are you?
I'm this tier's Fred the Godson. In all honesty, to a lot of niggas, like I'm reachable, but I'm unattainable in a sense. So it's like
you're unattainable lyrically, but reachable for the feature.
Right. So it's like me actually doing a record with you gives you a certain amount of clout amongst certain people, and that's a reality.
I like my women Georgia Brown, turn around, that's the way I like it. Twerk, face down, throw it back, baby, I just go to work. I'm the same one, you know.
Recording your album, right? How did you decide what was going to be on the project and what wasn't going to be on the project?
That's actually funny because this is like the first time I didn't go into a project with a set amount of songs that I wanted to be done. Usually, like, I have a full game plan. Like, it'll be in my notepad. I'm gonna do 16 songs. These are the 16 titles. I won't have beats yet. Then I'll just kind of write to them. Literally, I took more of the J. Cole, Tupac approach this time and just recorded until my heart was content. Until I said I don't feel like recording no more. And then I kind of look for the best of the best, the most diverse out of that. Like, literally, on my hard drive, there's mad records that Teddy doesn't even have to mix. Complete records. Hook, bridge, verses done, full concepts, and just I picked through what I felt needed to be mixed after recording a bunch of material. And then even I had like a private listening party. There's a record that was on the project then that didn't make the cut. I love you, Diipps.
Favorite music moment with Kony? Putting together Back It Up.
Why?
Because I had that beat sitting in my email for about 4 years. I brought it to his attention. He was like, yo, this shit is fire, but it's not the time for it. So then 2 years went by. Me and Teddy laid down the hook in our verses. He laid down his verse. Swag laid down his verse. And now we got the hit called Back It Up. And it's fun performing that shit.
He's sitting there talking to Teddy. Him and Teddy went to college together.
Okay.
So they're having like a conversation in the lobby. And Saga's like, yo, who that over there? Your man's is blacking. He's like, oh, that's my guy, whatever the case is. And I freestyled like that third verse that I did.
Okay.
I freestyled most of it. So Teddy walks in while I'm doing it. He's like, tell me you wrote that. I'm like, nah. He's like, well, Saga said it's fire. We gonna do the record like tonight.
How? All right. So how is it that you could? I mean, did you get it bought like? Cause you freestyle. Can you remember your shit like?
At times, I was kind of hyped.
Okay.
Because although I do have a record with Saga, I had never met Saga. So it was like to know he was right there, like, yo, that's fire. I'm like, oh yeah, now I gotta remember this shit. Cool.
So what did you do? Did you write it like instantly?
Instantly,
I'm gonna write it.
I was like, all right, go to lunch.
Yeah. Take your ass to lunch. Go eat the fish, go. Cause that shit. I mean, freestyling is hard.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't. For some people, they just be like little da little, and I be like, cat in the hat, that. I can't.
It's fun.
It is fun, but it's. I give it to you. So to remember what you're saying, I give that shit to you. That shit.
Not too much time passed. So.
Reporting to you live from the 718. Mic in my palm, making sure my levels are straight. You'll never relate. You hate cause you never was great. Food for the soul, the guards get it 7 a plate. I'ma aim these back blocks, took the place of a laptop. The crack shot of how you risk your life like an ass shot. The bad knock back when that bully putting that pain in. Lane changing, gang going, it's over.
It's over. Can't go back to the block.
Ruler to touch the roof. Torture for racks like Lex Luger. And show up in your dream with the mask like Freddy Krueger. And broad daylight for that bag and let you have it. Street niggas banging that hammer like Judge Mathis for the cabbage. I've been a savage from out the carriage with an out of line fetish for sneakers and living lavish. Cold shoulder when you approach us.
Don't date us.
Warning. The Drama King is...
Kony Brooks.
Kony Brooks.
You can call me Kony, that works. Big homie, that works.
Kony Brooks in the building.
Yes, sir.
And that was the first single right there?
Yes. I'm just here to work. I'm here to rock.
Yeah, you got some bars, my nigga.
Thank you.
You got some bars. You understand? In this time and age right now, a lot of people is trying to follow suit to fit in. But you're doing what should be done from New York niggas.
Yes.
Everybody else, you understand, if you're not from New York, it's love. And if a New York cat, you get on the track with a brother from out of town and you do that, it's cool. But I just think, like, out the gate, when you hit the pavement, you need to represent where you from first.
Yes.
And, my nigga, that joint with you and Facts, right?
Yes.
Facts, that shit, it's some bars on there.
Good looking.
And that's what caught my attention, you know what I'm saying?
Good looking.
So who else is on the project?
I got my brother Teddy Grams, JR Just Real, and First. So I only got 4 features on the joint.
Kept it light.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm not mad at that. So, how many tracks?
14 tracks.
Producers?
Teddy Grams is a producer. Jacob Lethal. I actually produced something on there. Shout out to Dizzy Banco. He produced something on there. I got a nice little array of producers underground on the way up that I was just trying to rock with and just build together with.
Okay, so now, with you having the option to do what everybody else is doing, what made you decide to keep that authentic NY sound? You know what I'm saying? Because there's a balance between keeping it real and keeping it in the bank right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I personally feel like I got the blend. You know what I'm saying? I can hop on anything and make it work. I'm going to bar you to death regardless of whatever we doing. So I just really wanted to make sure I stay true to myself with this project.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I could jump on features and I could rock to the trap joint if that's what you want to do. I like the DJ Mustard joints. If you want to rock with that, we could do that too. But I really wanted to make this project me.
How old are you, bro?
28.
28? All right.
I just turned 28.
All right. I mean, you're doing fairly well.
Thank
28. You know, Biggie said being broke in 30 give a nigga the chills.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So you got 2 years to become a millionaire.
Yes, sir.
But even 1,000 years nice, though. Don't get it fucked up. 1,000 years nice. Don't ever But you know what I'm saying? And then a lot of niggas is rich with money, but they not rich in spirit. They broke like a motherfucker.
Yeah, never
Empty
lie.
shell. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so to Don, Mr. Bars for
Yes,
us.
sir. Yes, sir.
Kony Brooks.
I got you.
You ready, right?
I'm ready.
Torch, drop that beat. Let's go. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm back now, my bully reppin' the bully. Reporting live straight from the X, rocking my hoodie. I'm an arsonist, torching backpacks with a mean streak. I'm hot enough to spit on the benches where all the fiends sleep. Black duffel for the bones in the closet. The flow like H2O out of the faucet. I'm thottin', I'm saucing. Rappers end up in coffins for coughing. Then that rock get flipped like Steve Austin. Price on him, if he raw, we can test that. At a big show, I put his skull where his vest at. Billy Gunn big enough to pump Big Papa with lead. And for that bank, I turned Simon into Sasha. Ex-massacre, spectacular with a passion for imported Hennessy from an island of sliding Tabitha. Melanated queen, I swear she probably from Africa. Her attitude colder than the winter out in Attica. Rider, the gas starts sticking, she like MacGyver. She raw, so when I'm done, I got a parker like the spider. I got bars, I ain't feeling the rest. Out of respect, you in my city, you can see who the best. My bag big, that man ready to die, he can hop in, I'm popping. The niggas you support ain't top 10, I'm locked in. Hoes come and go when they stopping. OJ with the juice, she lie on me like Cochran. And throw that ass around like we in wedlock. But she ain't get the picture, I'm just coming for the neck like a head crop. I got a sick mind, silly with a punchline. That boy bad with the steel like he pump shine. A dunce rhyme gon' have you looking for one time. And everybody eating like the pizza when it's lunchtime. King of New York, I got you feeling a phlegm. Fuck humble, I'ma let y'all niggas feel it again. Slay, he a gorilla, I'ma teach him how to rob. I'm giving rappers work if they looking for a job. I take him off the earth, send his spirit back to God, while his body in the dirt and his organs in the jaw. Kicks like John Claude, the Bronx been in my DNA, city been on my back since 106 and AJ. Blue flight jacket, a Yankee fitted in 8th grade, torching every rapper alive, claiming he held weight. Toast to you that thought I lost it, I lost my mind trying to find another pedestal, tough enough to climb, so I skated on a couple, but I visit back in time to kick a wicked rhyme just to tell them catch up. They call me Hans. I spit a week so the faint at heart can handle it with just enough fire that my throat always keep a candle lit. But on the wake up, they saying cook that steak up, so I gotta feed your soul with this funk. Anita Baker, punch souls, Deuce No Bigelow, keep it thoughtful. Packed with the D if it's sunny, I keep the box full. Mine like an elephant, proud of lions, an ox, bull, pit, nose, red eyes, black heart, but I got pull. Bad guy heat with enough bodies to own a morgue. I ain't saying we in the building until I own the floor. Music checks bringing me zeros, I need a couple more. With a mixed freak with an onion who let me in it raw. Raw, now let's put it all in perspective. Yeah, I'm most hated and certainly most respected. In and out of circles and niggas sacking me reckless, so I'm holding the toast like I'm serving you breakfast. And I ain't had comp in a minute. You little minuscule dudes claiming you carry tools, getting diminished, no lie. But that small fry wishing he tall guy, claiming all eyes like Jordan back with that 4-5. I'm humble, but I shit in any barrel. Metaphor war, we can spar these bars thorough. Peace to Allah, Buddha, you try and die, play Bret Hart. I pull up strapped with sharpshooters. I'm a scorpion, I sting like a cactus. Jack me, get the cane to your dome from a man with a bad knee, dude. Love to get you killed, stone cold in these streets. And a rock of 16 is the only way you eat. I'm from a place where shit ain't sweet, even on Christmas Eve. Spending rent money on bitches that's trying to neck the team. That bag gotta move on like a wealthy fiend. A watch make a thought drop lower than a self-esteem. Slave for a bag of sour? She'll get around like it's happy hour. Shit real for niggas out in that field. A spitter until my death, my nigga, you know the deal.
888 Shake 153 Radio. That nigga there. That nigga is hard right there. This is what I'm talking about. You come up in this motherfucking room, have some bars, y'all. Show some motherfucking respect to that man.
Thank you.
Kony Brooks, man.
Thank you.
God damn. You disrespected that mic, man. We gotta get you out of here, man. That shit ain't fair. That shit is not fair, but no. Yo, man, look. You nice, bro.
Thank you.
You nice, real talk.
Thank you.
Definitely want to thank you for coming through, sitting
Thank you
down
for
with us, networking with us. You did what you're supposed to do with this motherfucker.
Thank you.
I think a lot of people listening is going to understand who you are right now.
Thank you.
Want to shout anybody out?
Yeah, real quick. I want to give a shout out to my team, ICMG2D, the Dot Boys. I got my brother Moet Santana here with me. Shout out to the whole executive brand. And I just want everybody to go get that album, Oh Hail the King. It's on all online digital retailers. You can check it on my website, KonyBrooks.com. And again, big homie, thank you. Appreciate you.
Thank you too. Keep it locked, y'all. We got the next guest.
Project.
Okay. Project. Why?
Because I feel like I'm a work in progress. I
feel like
Progress.
Project.
Okay, project.
I feel like I'm a school project. There's certain steps that go into creating this outcome, a certain process, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I'm a project.
Okay.
That's literally what that was. But a couple of people said On My Own would be a better title. I'm like, whatever. But when I got the mix and mastering back, Teddy changed the title. I just said, fuck it, let's go.
Gotcha. I mean, it's a lot better than Project, to be honest. But I understand your concept of, but On My Own, I guess because the reason why I think it's dope is because you're saying that you tried to commit suicide, which it failed. At the end of the day, whenever you go that route, I understand fully what you're feeling because I've been there many times. You understand? So, and at that given moment, you feel like you're on your own. You understand? Or like when you're battling a lot of stuff, whether it's family or the pressure or whatever it is, you do. I'm gonna speak for myself. I'm not sure if you feel that, but you do feel like you're on your own.
Accurate.
So I think that's perfect. Now speaking about your mother, like, did she hear this track?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I know she's tuned in right now.
Okay. Do you have an idea of what type of reaction she'll get if she was to hear it?
She's gonna cry. I'm gonna have to deal with the tears and the phone calls, but I think she'll get it after maybe the third or fourth listen. Like, it'll make sense to her.
Like you close with your mom?
We definitely have a tight relationship, but like, kind of like with doing this music, I can't give her as much of my time as I want to. Like, I'm always on the go.
So what is it like working with Kony?
Oh my god. Nah. It's challenging. It's sometimes overwhelming. I can say that. It has been a very interesting experience because there have been moments where I thought I was sending him some heat and he shut my whole shit down. Like, now you gotta come here, you gotta do it like this, or come with a different type of energy. And I'm like, bruh, you're killing me. Like, I'm trying to send you the fuego and you over here telling me it's caca. Like, but it's a journey, and I appreciate every moment that we get to work together. Oh, right. I still don't like you.
So how did you become a part of ICG 2 Deep?
Well, I met Kony in 2009, and he's always told me that he feels like I can actually pursue a music career. So him being one of the first people to actually believe in my craft made me want to join. And I didn't even know the group existed until 2014 when I went to the first Work With video shoot and I found out about it. And I asked him, like, can I be down? Like, what do I have to do for me to be a part of this? Like, I want to put in the work. I want to take my music serious. Like, tell me what I need to do. And from there, I've been down with the gang. And I've been down with the gang.
I keep daydreaming about you. I keep daydreaming about you. That's a fact. What was your first interaction with?
Hold on, I gotta think. Oh, hold up. I think when me and Kony first met each other, it was in Bronxdale.
Nope.
I knew Kony from when we used to chill in Soundview, and me and Zay used to live in Soundview, and we used to play ball on the top of the hill. And he used to always bring Kony through, and everybody knew I spit, and I knew Zay spit, and he introduced me to Kony. Like, yo, this is my man. He nice. He had told me that you had battled my cousin. And there was like a debate, like, and Zay was like, oh, now he fried your cousin. And I'm like, nah, he definitely didn't fry my cousin. Like, it should have never happened. And then from there we built a rapport. It's weird because I didn't take Kony serious when he first started doing music. Me and Kony started working together. Me, my son, Lord Tariq, and all of us, we used to have this studio where everybody would go to and do their hood tracks, and I was an engineer there. I was putting together a Bronx tape. Like, I had a vision from jump that all these Bronx artists supposed to be on one platform. Everybody show everybody the same love, right? So I did a tape called The Bronx Zoo. I put it up online. This had to be like, it wasn't MySpace era. It was probably just early Facebook. Nobody really was on Facebook. It was like that transition time. It was AIM. Kony hit me up on AIM like, yo, I want parts. So I told him the price. I already had built a relationship with him. I already knew Zay from back in the day. And he met me on the corner. And I remember Hocus 4/5 and Orla was outside. And Kony came and he paid for it. And I remember after he paid for it, when it came out, he was the person that got the first copy. He probably don't even know that. He got the first copy of it. Because I had just printed it up, came from 125th Street. And I gave it to him. And I remember vividly, he was like, how he needed more because he wanted to sign them and give them out. And that's what I was like, sign them and give them out? Like, how he think he is? Like, he must be popping to be signing them and giving them out. But that's how little my, like, perception was of how big he was, like, in his artistry. I thought he was just doing music just to do it. I didn't know he was taking it that serious. And I remember vividly because it was him, Zay, and somebody else on that freestyle track. And I remember I used to get him and Zay confused. Even though I knew Zay, I knew how he sounded. I thought Zay had the best verse, and it was Kony. So years later, Kony hit me up for a feature, and I wound up delivering it to him because of that one situation. I remember, I had never even heard him after that. But I remember that one time, I'm like, yo, I was mad ignorant. How he sent me a song, I thought his mains was the best person on it, but it was actually him. And he didn't sound like the way he sounded now. Like, he sounded way lighter. He used to put mad big words together like he was cannabis. He used to rhyme wild slow like Biggie. I remember that vividly.
Let me shoot us, it's been a long time coming. Everybody talking about the game, yeah, I'm running, real niggas know this where I'm coming from. Tell it if you want, my niggas gon' go on it. Back talk, how you let the sound talk? Money in that double, got the ruffles on the sound talk. Bottle in my section, got me naked. Yeah, I'm in the city, like the niggas got me thinking. Paper plates, black Barbies, only I'm a kid again. She know it every once, I promise you I'ma hit it again. Feeling like I can't falling on you niggas. I be pimping from the dirty like I'm short on they niggas. Somebody thinking it's shiny, want me somebody to try me. I'll be focused on that. But somebody who's not me, how me. Drop me, they kill us lies. 40 minutes, yo, live. I'm trying to Netflix and chill. When I see a thing, you'll fly. Everybody with it, got the fly so back. Winners cause they saw me on the side, so back. All my women, they be dripping on the muscles. Couple mommies got my section, so let me shoot a shot. Baby, we ballers. Let me shoot a shot. Baby, we ballers. Let me shoot a shot. Baby, we ballers. Baby, we ballers. Baby, we ballers. Let me shoot a shot. Fuck it up, pop it, drop it up. Baby, one touch, I'm a pass. I'm a slut, real low. When I slide, I get them cuss. You let it like the tell you let me know. Shoot my shot. Baby, just off the thigh, chicken spot. Press the legs. My hands in your box, swinging locks. Nigga, girl.
Call me daddy, baby, I'ma be your pops. Get the running like your nose full of snot. Yes, you feed it for it. Stole from the pot, I do a lot. Call you lit, yeah, giving up the top. They don't want me on that pull up shit. Me and gang breaking legs on some good luck shit. Bronx boogie, I be reppin' on that hood up shit. They sleeping on me on some stood up shit. Daddy.
Everybody when it comes to fly talk, in the jewels, I see a G2B, we brand new, woo. Yeah, we on flames. I fell back, ain't a damn thing changed. I own the city, can't nobody tell me nothing. I be hating and we dumping off the Rick, no discussion now. Everybody when it comes to
What is it like working with him in the studio? He challenges me. I could think my verse is done. He'll tell me, nah, do it over. Put something else there. That don't fit. The whole time I think I got a fire verse. It was only one time I had a fire verse. He was not around to criticize my verse.
How was it competing with Mickey on the track?
It was fun. It was actually fun. Only because other than my squad, like, I don't feel like I get many challenges lyrically. You know what I'm saying? Nobody makes me feel like I gotta keep up. And not saying that people aren't dope. It's just, you know, a certain level of confidence that I have in myself and what it is that I put out. this was the first time in a long time somebody made me second guess a verse, and it wasn't even on some is this whack. It's more like, did this kill him or was this just good enough to compete kind of thing. Like my goal when I heard, you know what I'm saying, the beat, and then I knew I wanted Mickey on it, I was like, this needs to sound like it would have been better without him.
How did the concert come about?
Yeah.
Or how did King concert come about?
So right after Coney Island 2 dropped, there was a conversation on my Facebook that took place with Jason Bourne and Silent Celeb, series of Facebook posts or whatever the case was, and it was kind of like, there's so many of y'all that tag and support Kony. Who's gonna be the promoter to actually put together a Kony Brooks concert? No matter what good, bad, or indifference we do as minorities, we're still going to be seen as 3/5 of a man. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was a special moment for me as a black man, as a role model to people, to, you know what I'm saying, be in a space where I could speak about that. Make it on my own, very dear to my heart. I opened up about a lot of relationships and people close to me and dear in my life. I got him too. I think it's a very controversial record, only because nobody is comfortable, you know what I'm saying to their partner or significant other, whatever it is you're trying to do, I could do it too, kind of thing.
Messing with an industry free.
That's what I thought.
I be having dreams that I'm messing with an industry free. I be having dreams that I'm messing with an industry free.
That was live the whole time.
I be having dreams that I'm messing with an industry free. I got dreams of fucking with an industry.
All the girls he spoke about within the circle, the industry,
People are saying
everybody saying the same shit pretty much. Like I heard a lot of men.
but it's not out there.
Listen,
That's the whole
recently
thing. It's not out there.
he mentioned Asia Gold, and recently somebody was like, "Yo, Asia," and I was like, it was like, "Yo, if I wasn't in a relationship, Asia can get it," and I was like, "Calm down,
Relax.
I was like,
For your sound, what was your ultimate goal for the sound of how you wanted it to come off? Like when people perceived it, what would be the words you would use that I want people to just take from it, like as soon as they hear it?
Nostalgia. I love reaching to younger ears, but majority of the people that, you know what I'm saying, pay attention to me are like 25 plus. So it's kind of like they complain a lot about what's on the radio now and what's in their iTunes. So it's kind of like I wanted them, once they started hearing this project, I wanted it to take them back to a moment in music that was timeless for them. And then that's like a talking piece for these younger ones, because it's like, oh shit, this is kind of dope. What's that? And now they can have conversations about, yeah, I remember in '04 when Get Rich or Die Trying dropped, this is what I was doing when In the Club came out. And then, you know what I'm saying, we could kind of start bridging the gap. So I would definitely say nostalgia.
I'm losing patience to hit the road and get back on my dream work. All I'm really expecting is teamwork. Short deep bitches in the eye because she wants me when I leave. She expected me to stay right beside like a sleeper, on the line like a weed. But the phone keeps blowing out. Homie, she told me no days keep showing out. On the ass, on the dick, when it's fantasy. How you make time say this if you say you feeling me? She replied, boy, I had enough to hit. But before I took contribute, I almost shed a tear. What happened to my ace? My home, my rider, I'm the provider. You will find right beside her. And I was doing a photo, nada. I guess I need to go as I got it. We are the distance.
How did you bring yourself to that point where it's like, I have to sound different? Like, what was that stepping stone to be like, yo, what I'm doing is repetitive, so how do I get from here to getting over here without doing the same exact steps?
Success and failure. So for people who don't know me personally or haven't been following my career for a long time, it's like I saw heights, videos dropping and getting 30,000 views the same day, 90K on one of my first most popping videos, sitting in VIP with Papoose, talking about his family, hanging out with Fred, backstage with Joe Budden. Like, I did a lot of shit that people who in my position wish that they can do. And then I actually saw all that same success in the people who loved and supported me just like dwindle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I put things out, the numbers didn't do the same thing. Radio shows with people who I thought were, you know what I'm saying, friends of me or family of me, all of a sudden they want to charge me $50 to come talk to them, but I did their show twice. Like, real heartache with this industry, you know what I'm saying? So it was kind of, it put me in a space like, what am I doing wrong? What am I not, you know what I'm saying, making happen? So after I dropped Coney Island 2, my goal was kind of to not necessarily take time off, but step back and study.
Hold on.
What was your favorite part of the night?
I have like 2 or 3 that really stand out for me. As the night went on, people felt like I wasn't gonna go on stage. So they started this Kony chant.
Hold on. Don't do me like that.
That shit was dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really put into perspective how many people was actually in the building to see me. You know what I'm saying? Another moment, rest in peace to my brother Hollywood Play. One of my plans before he passed was actually to bring him out to do a classic record that me and him have. So as emotional as it was, it felt good to perform that record. And even though he wasn't there physically, it's like, I don't know, energy, like a spirit was with me. Like I felt like I wasn't on stage by myself at that moment doing that record that we had.
First and foremost, A-Slow, how we doing? This shit is really a long time coming, right? But before I can continue to shine in the light that I'm shining in, there's a brother that a lot of us on the indie scene just recently lost, that I owe a lot of my personal and professional success to, all right? So before I get into this next record, I just want to give a brief moment of silence for my brother Hollywood Play, man. DJ, let's get to it.
No money back?
So this is the first record me and my brother ever worked on. And I ain't performed this shit like 3 or 4 years, so bear with me, we gonna jump into it. Yeah, I got a pocket full of, pocket full of, pocket full of, pocket full of, I got a pocket full of, got a pocket full of, got a pocket full of, got a pocket full of,
The Thought Boy shit took off crazy. So I'm just kind of looking at the way, you know what I'm saying, our success as a unit and a movement was spearheaded by certain things. And one of the things was that we was showing up at venues and sound like nobody else there. Like a whole bunch of New York rappers trying to trap. We in there partying, having fun. So that was my first step. That's actually along the lines of where Waist Trainer came in, because that was heavily in the Thought Boy era when I actually, you know what I'm saying, put that together. But then, like I said, from there, I wrote, recorded till my heart was content. And then when I couldn't do no more that was normal to me, it was just kind of like, this is the space I need to be in, like right here, right now.
So how did you know you was done?
I didn't. We were still recording like a week before I had to upload it. I didn't even come up with the track listing. I put it on shuffle in a playlist.
With all the feedback that you got with the album, has anybody ever said that it was whack?
I mean, opinions are like assholes.
Everybody got one.
But to actually answer your question without being an asshole, nobody said it to my face. And if they do, I welcome the feedback. I'm saying, good, bad, and indifferent. I know my music isn't for everybody, and that's part of the growth process too. Because I remember when I used to get tight, somebody say they don't like a song or don't like my project or whatever the case is. So, yeah, nobody said it to my face though.
If you could do anything different on the project, what would you do?
Nothing. This project was exactly what it was supposed to be.
That's what the teacher said. No money like the reapers said. I'm killing this track, I think the reapers said. I be going off in the streets, I be showing off. She be begging me to show her off. We make plans, but I blow her off. How the hell are we supposed to grow? She begging me to turn my phone off, but I'ma put it on airplane mode. She begging me to turn my phone off.
Hey,
turn my phone off.
hey,
Turn my phone off.
hey, I'm doing the airplane mode. You already know, nigga, with the Wi-Fi too. So you can still get your notifications, nigga.
It was a lot of don't allow yourself to be comfortable. It was a lot of how do you separate yourself from the pack. I didn't go into it with a specific sound in mind. It was more like I want to be dope and different, if that makes any sense. So yeah, my experience after the concert, that shit was like a weight lifted off my chest. Honestly, it was like I had a few dope people that I got to sit down and talk to that actually followed up to see if I went through with the plan or whatever we're putting it together, and it was just an amazing feeling. The turnout, packed house, you know what I'm saying, just.
I got a bad bitch, that's it. I love you looking at it like a bitch. I love you looking at it, nigga got me. You say you want to put me so hot. Couple shots to hands, see like Kennedy. I'm sending me to another place, so I hope that you will remember me. All I'm singing is they pulling on your hair. Trying to get closer than my flare. Who am I kidding, girl? Trying to crunk. I like ass, and that's where you fell in love with it. Separate the smoke from the black grass, shorty. That's when you turn the phone back. Make it cut, girl, why you laughing about my shorty? No question. Now I gotta treat your ass the best shit. Now I gotta spend it in the studio. I'm screaming already know the plan. Yeah, you know what I wanna do. Yeah, you know what I wanna do.
Having people in the crowd knowing the words to my songs. Literally turn out all the lights and you see nothing but camera phones. Like, I don't think any of the photographers had to bring lights. The way the building was lit up, it looked like Times Square. You know what I'm saying? That's a dope feeling.
Knew exactly what he was trying to do. So that just gave me an insight on, at the end of the day, a lot of people gel with artists, but it's really hard to find an artist that has a vision, if that makes sense. A lot of artists, they have a direction that they want to go into, but they don't have an end game with it. So working with Kony on the record, he gave me that insight, like, this record is going to take me to this next step and that next step, because I need a certain type of sound. I need a certain type of different sounding music to put me in another category where people still could respect him as a lyricist, but more so as a songwriter, because now he got something that everybody can enjoy outside of just rap.
It's different. It's different from Coney Island 2, Coney Island 1, Midnight Sessions.
I think that was one of his best projects. Like,
it just showed that he could take his level of creativity and put it to the next level.
I be deep up in your gut, down for the dirt, baby, load it like a hot. I built for a tip for that dude that your man should trust. Why? Cause I don't give a damn, this was up. I ain't wandering down, I'm trying to grind, nigga, why? Pop up, people like that, I'm gonna get body, got like a down. Baby, I be coming, ain't no need for the trying to do what you work and do what I be coming. You want fiction, baby, you don't sex, no fiction. Making me work hard for the ride, and just now I'm like that, though. See you first, baby, I'm trying. Got a shells in my bowl. You won't let me take you